Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Have you had one of those days where you're just like, I don't want to do anything? Well, that was today, but I still had to get a lot of things done living in a van. It's a very small place and it's got to stay clean. So I did my household duties today, which I tell you, I don't really like, but it is a necessary thing to do. I just want to continue on with the talk that we had the other day and finish explaining my journey. Now, my journey has been long and it's been hard. I'm having coffee too, by the way. So, yeah, when you're working in the kitchen for a while and you're cleaning dishes and getting ready to make a meal, sometimes sitting down and having a cup of coffee is probably the best thing that you could do just to relax and unwind a little bit. So that's what I'm doing at this point. And I kind of thought maybe I would just make a video and talk to you guys, at least while I'm relaxing a little bit. So as I was saying, I wanted to continue on discussing my van life journey and how it actually took for me to get to this point in life. I'm 53 years old, as I've mentioned in my previous video, and I really felt like, boy, if I don't do this, I'm never going to do it. And, there is a time in your life when you start feeling the clock ticking. And I really feel the clock ticking. I read someplace that at 50 years old, everybody says, oh, you lived half your life. Well, that's not true. The average person doesn't live to be 100. The average person lives to be about 65, I think. But I'm hoping that I'll make it past 65 and become an old, elderly woman that, does van life. I mean, that's where I see my future. That's what I want to do. I mean, I don't want to retire in a retirement home. So I want to do van life. I still want to go places that, as long as I can drive, I want to get there. And if I can't drive, then maybe I'll have enough money when I retire that I can hire someone. But I seriously doubt it because this is Canada. Anyhow, so let's continue on with the conversation. Where I left off the last time was that I told you, don't worry. When things need to be done and you need something in van life or in life in general, you'll get it. You just have to have faith that you'll get it. I was telling you about my buddy Josh. I met him and you know what? He gave us electricity. Look, we have lights on. Well, we have lights on today because we're in a campground. We stopped at a campground today, last night, to hook up so that we could charge our solar power. There's no sun right now, so we needed solar power to keep our fridge going. And in my last video, I mentioned that my husband's a diabetic, and it's really important that we keep his medication at a certain temperature. So yeah, charging up our solar batteries are really important. Also, we can also do our laundry here and shower. So for the cost of us spending one night, it's totally worth it for us, for sure. But you know what? We boondock more than we stay in campgrounds. And that, I think, is what van life is. It's just easier to stay in a campground when you live in a van and you have a lot of things to take care of at one time, including making videos. Because if I wasn't here, then I would have to make this video and save it until I could get to Wi-Fi that's good enough that I could upload it. So yeah, that's another thing, uploading your videos. I haven't learned how to edit anything yet, so I don't know if I'm even going to use that editing software. I think you miss so much when you edit stuff, but I do love watching those videos that are edited, and I'm like, wow, these people know how to make a good video. When I watched today, the guy's video was like 50 minutes long, a few more minutes, and it would have been a movie. It was cinematic. It was nice and very interesting. I don't think my videos are going to be that way. I honestly think it's just going to be me and you talking and having a good, friendly conversation. I think by the end of this video, you and I will be very good friends. And hopefully we will have an understanding. And in my next video, I'll just call you my friend. Anyways, I keep going off topic and going on to tangents, but let's get back to, if you build it, they will come. If you have a dream in this life, any dream that it is. And my dream was van life. And I thought about that dream for a long time, but you know, I didn't want to disappoint people. I didn't want to make people angry. You know, I didn't want to dissatisfy anybody in my life. And Lord have mercy, I worked hard at trying not to make people that way with me. So I just conformed and did everything that they wanted to do until that one day that I was like, that's it. Not doing it again. Not doing it again. Yes, I was scared. I was very scared, not knowing the future. Because back there, my future was pretty much planned out. You know? 365 days of the same day every day. I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen tomorrow. You know, but in van life, I have no clue what's going to happen tomorrow. I have no idea where we're going to end up. I have no idea what we're going to eat. You know, I have no clue. I don't know where I'm going to take the fur family to run around and do furry family stuff. And that's what I love about van life. I love it, not knowing. Making a plan, forget about it. There are no plans to be made. Because I just don't know. Why disappoint somebody if I don't know if I'm going to be able to make those plans? And that's van life. And that's okay. So if you're looking for a job during van life, because somebody asked me, what do you do for work? I actually don't work. I don't. And I thought I needed to give myself something to do. So I decided to make these YouTube videos and try to share my life and my own experiences with van life. I mean, if you want me to talk about life experience and other things, just let me know. Write it in the comments. I'm willing to talk about anything, really. There's not much that I don't know about. Well, let's get back to this, what do you do for work? Well, actually, I don't do anything for work, but somebody suggested that I should sell feet pics online. Feet pics. Yeah, I'm serious. Now, let me tell you, I don't want to sell my feet pics online. My feet have been there and done that. They have walked miles. They have climbed over rocks. They have climbed over mountains. And I don't think anybody wants to see my feet that have been working hard for a very long time. Now my feet are taking an enjoyable walk. I'm taking my feet where I want to take them, what I want to see. You know, I want to take my socks and my shoes off, go walk in the ocean, relax my feet a little bit. So I don't want to take pictures of them and put them on the internet to make a little extra cash. Although if you do that, more power to you. More power to you. There's somebody out there that loves feet pictures, obviously, and that ain't me. But, you know, if you're doing it, right on, right on. There are other ways. Like, I've been checking out other people's pages on what they do and what they can do online and for a job. But a lot of people, you know what they really do realistically that don't do work online? Is they will drive until they find a place that they really like. And they will stay there for a little while. They will find jobs. And they explain to their bosses that, hey, you know, I live in my van. And I'm not going to be here for a long time. And I only need a job for 3 or 4 months maximum. And then I'm going on my journey, you know. And they will stay in that place long enough for those 3 or 4 months, save up their money, and then go to the next place. But be sure you pick a town that you're going to like and you want to explore on those days off when you're not working. That would be my suggestion, really, about jobs. I know a few people that do that travel, work for a few months, and then continue traveling again. And now, a lot of people like working during the winter months, you know, work during the winter months because you really can't go explore. You can't do anything, really. You know, unless you live here on Vancouver Island or on this side of British Columbia, where the weather's nice, then of course you still can go for hikes and walking because there's really not that much snow on the ground. If any, it rains, but you still can walk in the rain. You still can go to the ocean. But for those of you that live, say, in Ontario or Saskatchewan or Manitoba, and you want to do van life, you could work in the winter and then start your van life in the spring when everything starts to melt. And then travel You know, go home in the wintertime, see your family, and then get back in the spring. That type of thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Van life is whatever you make it. Now everybody asks about laundry. What do you do for your laundry? My laundry, I take it to the laundromat. Except for here. Like when we're in this campground, they have a really nice laundry facility and it cleans the clothes very nice. So yeah, we will go to do our laundry here. And we've done it many times. We've washed our blankets and our clothing and stuff. Things that really, really need to do. Just because you live in a van and not sticks and bricks doesn't mean that you don't keep yourself clean. We do our sheets and our blankets. We wash our clothes. We shower every other day. You know, we brush our teeth every night and wash our face every morning. We live in a van. We don't live, I don't know, however people think van lifers live. We're clean, you know, and we're happy. We're happy people. And we meet such other beautiful, happy van life families out there. I keep talking about my buddy Josh, but let me tell you, he's younger. He's much younger than me. In fact, I think he's old enough that he could probably be my kid. He's somebody's kid. And whoever raised him did a fabulous job raising him because this kid's got a heart of gold. He will help. He's so soft-hearted. And this guy is the one that helped us with the solar. But people in general, when you're in van life, there are people that will help you with no problem. We needed to get some antifreeze for Pony Boy one morning. And there was another van lifer in the parking lot. We just went over and asked them if they could give us a hand. They didn't have a problem with it. And that was a snow day. And her tires were bad, really bad. But she was like, yep, I'll take you, no problem. You know, we had a good conversation there to give what I needed and a conversation back. And now when I go to that area and I see her, I stop her and I'm like, hey, my buddy, how are you doing? You know, because she's my friend. I made a connection with her. And I've met other van lifers since I've been doing this the last 4 months. And I tell you, I can call them friend. Now, I lived in sticks and bricks for 5 years. And honestly, I couldn't call anybody in the area that I lived in friend. No, I'll take that back. There was a few people there I could call friend. There was a few. But for living there for as many years as I did, only having one or two, yeah, that's not good. That's not. And maybe that's because I was not happy and I didn't want to make friends. That could be another possibility too. It's hard to tell. Now, Pony Boy, I love Pony Boy. He is the best machine, the best rig for me, you know. Everybody said, how'd you pick Pony Boy? And everybody's like, you know, I told them, he's 1981. But he's still got it going on, let me tell you. 1981 and he's still rolling. He is. And he gives her every day. Every day we want to go somewhere, Pony Boy takes us there. So I can't really complain, honestly. I cannot complain. And my furry family, let me give you an update on them. They love van life. My dogs, they absolutely love it. When we're rolling down the road, they sit back here on these two couches and they relax. They have a never-ending food bowl still. They still have never-ending water. They can run out and do whatever it is dogs do. They love it. They love it. I don't actually worry about them. I worry about their health because Rocky Toller is 13 years old and he's going to be 14 years old in December. Yeah, 14. And we've had a few incidences with him since we've been here, and incidences that scared me. But he's still kicking it, you know. Him and Mama Daisy and Lucy, they're still charging around just being a furry family. Yeah, and it's good to have them with me. And my honey Lewis, he's adjusting very well to van life. At first, it was very hard for him. He kept saying, maybe I should go back and do this, I should do that. But now I think he's starting to come around and starting to enjoy van life. But if he didn't and he wanted to go back, I would be okay with that. He tried to live my dream. And if he couldn't do it, okay, you know? Maybe down the future, when I get done doing van life, which I seriously doubt, you know, maybe we get together again. I don't know. But I don't have to worry about it and I don't have to think about it because he's laying right there watching his own videos. So I hope that I've covered things today that that you wanted to know, and I didn't really ramble off that much. Once you get me talking, though, boy, sometimes you just can't stop me from expressing myself. So, if you have any questions for me, or want to know more about my life, or want to know how we do things here in our van, or want to know about our van, I will do a walk around with Pony Boy eventually when the sun comes out, but I'm not going to do anything right now. I did make a short video about our heating that we do, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. But I think right now I have 35 or 36 subscribers, which is surprising because I didn't think anybody would be interested in my videos. So thank you for you guys that subscribed. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate it. So like I said, give it a thumbs up. And if you have something you want to mention, put it in your comments, because I'm interested in anything that you got to say, and I will answer you. And don't be shy. Introduce yourselves. Anyways, you guys have a fabulous Sunday night, and I will see you guys again real soon. Later.